Right, strap yourself in because there's madness brewing at Paradise. First, Celtic finally make a move that shows they might actually be listening to the support with Europa League ticket prices. Aye, you heard me right. Then we've got Michael Nicholson's wheeling and dealing raising more eyebrows than a dodgy kebab at closing time. But the big one, the one you cannot miss, is about Brendan Rodgers. And trust me, you'll want to hear this bombshell. Stick with me till the end. Massive thanks to you for helping us smash 500 subscribers. But that's just the start, with more than 2,000 views on every story. If you hit subscribe right now, we'll fly past 500 subscribers, all backing the Celtic. Let's prove once again that our support is miles beyond anything the Rangers could ever muster. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. Here we go, finally a wee sign that the folk in the boardroom might actually be listening for once. The Europa League ticket packages have dropped, and instead of fleecing you dry like some dodgy vendor down the Barras, they've set it at 35 quid a match. Now, I'll give them that. It's the cheapest deal across all the British clubs in this competition, cheaper than the English mob and even the other lot across the city if they were anywhere near Europe, which they're not. And that still makes me laugh. But let's be honest with ourselves, this doesn't erase the shambles we've just watched unfold in the transfer window. One sensible ticket price won't have you forgetting the lack of signings or that tone-deaf statement that landed like a cold pie on a wet night in Sucky Hall Street. Loads of you have already pulled out of the Home Cup ticket scheme as protest, and I don't blame you one bit. Some damage can't just be papered over with a half-decent bargain. Still, there's something magical about those European nights at Paradise. Under the lights, Kalmak leading the team out the roar when the anthem plays. It's spine-tingling stuff. And with Roma, Braga, Sturm Graz and Utrecht coming to town, you can bet the place will still be rocking. The question is whether the board deserves to be the ones cashing in on it. So let me put it to you, if you're still raging with the board, do you boycott the tickets to make a point? Or do you back the boys on the pitch no matter what's going on upstairs? That's the real dilemma here, and I want to hear what you do. Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it. Loldy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. Let's talk about this one because Michael Nicholson's name is starting to pop up more than Dees and Maida down the wing. Only this time it's not for blistering pace, it's for transfer chaos. The big debate now is what exactly our CEO's role is in these deals, because after that shocking window, folk are asking, is he calling the shots or is he just sitting there signing the checks like a quiet wee bystander? And here's where it gets interesting. We've brought in Jamai Simpson-Pusey from Man City, talked him up like he was going to be the next big thing, and what happens? He doesn't even make the Europa League squad. That's embarrassing. You've got a loan deal from one of the biggest clubs in the world. You'd think he'd at least get a sniff at a European night under the lights at Paradise. But nope, he's bombed out before he's even kicked a ball. Now, Andy Walker's had his say, and he reckons Brendan Rodgers has to be at the heart of all this. If the gaffer really wants a player, you push that bit harder to make it happen. Fair enough. But what's worrying me is that we're talking about this triangle of Rodgers, Paul Tisdale, and Nicholson, and yet we're still ending up with duds, delays, and missed chances. If that's the brains trust, then no wonder we're a laughing stock in Europe right now. And let's be real here, if it was the Rangers messing up like this, we'd all be howling at them for being tin pot. So why should we accept it at our club? So here's the big one for you. Is Michael Nicholson actually fit for this job? Or do we need someone with a bit more football sense and a lot less of this wheeler-dealer nonsense running the show at Celtic Park? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it. Loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. Brendan Rodgers leaving Celtic this season. Away you go, that's just noise from the usual suspects in the press trying to stir the pot. You've got clowns like Chris Boyd jumping about like he's cracked the Da Vinci Code because he reckons Brendan won't last the year. Honestly, Boyd talks more nonsense than a drunk punter on Sucky Hall Street at 3 in the morning. Here's the truth. Brendan's here. He's steadying the ship, and if you ask me, he's not just aiming for this title. He's got 5 in a row in his sights, maybe even stretching it to 8 if the board don't trip over themselves again. The man's never lost a league up here. Every single premiership he's contested, won it. That's dominance, plain and simple. Now, the transfer window was a shambles. The board bottled it, and we all know it. But look, even with that chaos, Brendan's got enough quality in this squad to keep us marching. The real farce is that some snakes inside the club have been briefing against him in the papers, whispering in the shadows instead of backing the gaffer properly. Dermot Desmond promised the sun, moon, and stars when he brought Brendan back. Time to put the money where the mouth is. If Brendan was going to chuck it, he'd have done it already. After the last week's carry-on, the board couldn't even dream of sacking him. It would set paradise on fire. What needs to happen now is simple. Back the manager, get the deals done early. No more penny-pinching nonsense at the last minute. 3 summers of proper investment aiming at Champions League progress, not just making up the numbers. Brendan Rodgers is here to make history again. The only question is whether the suits upstairs have the bottle to match his ambition. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you believe Brendan Rodgers is the man to deliver not just 5 in a row, but to lead Celtic into another golden era? Or do you think the board's incompetence could cost us everything? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's giant loady till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts.